Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stephanie from Diocesan Girls School. Well, the term globalization always reminds me of a Disney song that I'm sure everyone here knows. It's a small world. Globalization is a process of increasing connectivity and interdependence between world markets and businesses. It brings different nations together and makes the world smaller and smaller. But what does this have to do with us teenagers? Globalization has involved the advancement of technology. With the internet and phones, we can now gather more information within a shorter period of time. Learning has now become boundless and more interactive. And we can know more about different cultures around the world. And with globalization, we have more opportunities to study and work abroad. So it appears that globalization has brought us more additional information, state-of-the-art technology, novelty, great experience, and it's doing us all good. But is this really the case? The answer is not necessarily. Well, before globalization, most countries had their niche markets and their own distinctive competitive edges. But now, as more things are being connected and hence more similar, the rules of game have changed. The implication of globalization towards Hong Kong teenagers is that we now face more intense competition, both in terms of study and employment. Oh, take university applications as an example. In the past, we only had to compete with local students for the university places. But now, in order to keep up with the global trend, local universities are more open to overseas applications. As a result, we face keener competition. And another subtle impact that globalization has on us is that we are gradually losing our culture. Well, I love traveling, and in the past, I enjoy going to different countries and seeing each country in its own special way. But in the recent few years, I find more and more major cities, for example, Tokyo, LA, Hong Kong, that they are becoming more and more alike in terms of architecture, city planning, education system, and entertainment, and even shops. And as youngsters are exposed to similar environmental settings and conditions, they tend to become similar in terms of their behaviors and values, meaning that globalization has eroded our individuality and identity. So what can we do to tackle these impacts? Well, first of all, we can participate in more extracurricular activities so as to gain more exposure and to broaden our horizons. And secondly, we have to be aware of the current issues happening around us, both locally and globally. In my opinion, the best way to keep our competitiveness is to equip ourselves well. As for the culture side, a number of organizations in Hong Kong are already trying to preserve and restore our own uniqueness. And therefore, as Hong Kong youngsters, we do have the obligation to support and encourage these activities. And as Ryan Garrison Hill has just mentioned, we do not want to see these cultures being lost. So to conclude, it's a small, small world. Globalization is a process that we cannot afford or stop it from happening. It brings along opportunities as well as challenges. We have to be brave and embrace the challenges and turn them into opportunities for the betterment of the whole mankind. It all depends on us. Thank you.